Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. I did actually make a trip all the way back to Fort Condor. So this was basically after I picked my party for the Cave of the Gi, I think is the name of the next dungeon coming up here. And again though, the important thing is you absolutely cannot drive the buggy too far, because if you drive too far, it breaks down, and it will stay broken down until after the cave. So again, that is why I am here now. I actually had an old save that I went back to, and so I didn't drive up too far, and was able to take a little pit stop at Cosmo Canyon, and then just after I picked my party for the Cave of the Gi, I just left and hopped in the buggy, came all the way back to Fort Condor, which again is a fairly long trip. I don't know really if I recommend that or not. I guess it's whatever. The only thing is, if you come and take care of these battles as early as you possibly can, you'll get that Super Ball faster. So if you've been using Yuffie quite a bit, and you want to get that Super Ball for her, well then that's what you have to do. Anyways, I got the Mega Elixir there as the reward, so I think that's technically the 4th victory. So we should have 3 more, and then we'll be able to get the Super Ball. That's my impression anyway, or if I'm remembering everything correctly. I'm kind of getting a little rusty here on where all these battles are actually at. There's a really good guide, or there's really good guides out there as far as the exact points that you can return to Fort Condor, in order to get more rewards through that. But anyways, all right, so Gramps here opens up the door to the Cave of the Gi, and we are going to head in, and I'll be right behind you. Apparently he's going to accompany us. Nice, okay. Unfortunately, he doesn't help you out in any way, shape, or form, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. I think we're going to do just fine. So, all right, let's head down into the depths. This place looks kind of cool, kind of creepy at the same time. All right. So, can't remember what this first screen is. Okay, I already see materia. I like that. I like seeing materia right off the bat. Inside these little caves, in one of them is a switch. Now, this is not the right one. I would... what happens here, actually, is if you decide to break it open, you will get into a fight. Again, unfortunately, this is not the right little cave, but that's okay. And I can't remember if these guys have anything for us in terms of items or skills. I feel like possibly an enemy skill here. Let's find out here. Alright, so we've got him. Ah, yes, okay, that's what I thought. So, finally, we're going to learn Death Sentence. This is another enemy skill that, I'll be honest, I don't ever use. Ever. Like, literally ever. I don't think I've ever cast it in all my times playing the game. I don't know. As with a lot of the, I would almost call them cheesier enemy skills, a lot of times it just won't land on enemies. And rather than wasting a bunch of time trying to cast that, I'll usually or typically just use physical attacks or whatever. Just beat them the old-fashioned way, I'd say. So these actually are not the only thing that can teach you this. So, one interesting thing here is that the sneaky step enemy, that's the enemy in the back there, he can actually, or they can actually cast Death Sentence as well. So I'm actually going to try to, or I'm definitely going to, you know, learn that enemy skill on the second enemy skill materia that I've got. So there you have it. Now I've got the both enemy skill materials kind of up to snuff, I guess you could say. And anyway, so kind of a neat thing is actually the Sneaky Step as well as the G Spectre apparently can be morphed into Ghost Hands, but unfortunately we don't have the morph materia yet. So the Ghost Hand, again, we stole some of them way back in the train graveyard, which is no longer accessible. So unfortunately, I guess it's interesting that you could morph these, but again, we don't actually have the morph materia yet, and I don't believe you can actually ever return to the cave. So you know, unfortunately, that would have been another way to obtain those ghost hands, but again, not the case. Can't do it. So. And I don't know why I point that out. I guess because I like talking about pointless things that don't really matter. But alright, so anyways, there's a couple of more caves here. I'm not going to bother going in there. Again, unfortunately, they're just going to end in random encounters, and we don't really need to do that. Don't need to deal with that. So, alright. So apparently, for some reason, and I missed it there, the tribe of the G or whatever, these guys that attacked were not able to return to the life stream and turned into vengeful spirits. So, kind of creepy, but that's kind of interesting, I guess. Maybe we'll revisit that topic later on in the game. There's I guess that's just interesting. That kind of it reminds me of an event that's going to happen. So, anyways, .2 AP. Shiva leveled up. All right. Alright, so here, if you notice, there's like an oil slick, and apparently you can, I don't know, damage yourself or something if you go charging through that. And then here is an added effect materia, which is pretty cool. So what that's going to do is it will add the abilities, or sorry, add materia status to weapons or armor. So what does that mean? Well, if you equip it, it's a little bit like the elemental materia in that if you equip it along with something else on your weapon, it'll add that status to your weapon. So in this case, I paired it up with Chokamog. Now, Chokamog can sometimes cast Stop on your enemy. So again, by pairing that up with Chokamog, that added effect there, often my weapon, whenever I use the attack command, will sometimes stop, you know, or use the stop status on enemies, which is actually pretty cool. You know, it's not going to work all the time. I don't know what the percentage of it actually working is. I have no idea, but it's kind of neat when it does. It's somewhat useful. So that is how I'm going to have that paired up. Now, on the flip side, if you were to equip that on your armor instead with Chokamog, that would prevent your character from being stopped, which, now again, is pretty useful. You know, you could equip it with a Toad, or sorry, what's the, there's a materia that will use Toad or Mini, I believe it is. Is it, gosh, it's not Mystify. No, I can't remember the name of it. Transform, maybe? Let's find out. Let's have a look-see. Materia and transform. That is transform. So Mini and Toad. So by equipping, you know, added effect with a transform materia on your armor, it will prevent Mini or Toad. But keep in mind though, your materia has to be leveled up enough so that you know both Mini and Toad. I think is it Toad is the first one that you learn and then Mini is later, or do I have it backwards? It's Mini first and then Toad. Okay, so anyways, so that's kind of a cool little materia, I guess. It's not as good as, I would say, something like a ribbon, which I don't think we've got one yet. No, I don't think we do. A ribbon, on the other hand, so a ribbon is actually an accessory, which prevents all status effects, which is totally awesome in this game. I would argue that it's the best accessory in the game. It's hard to really beat that, to be honest. But all right, I thought that was an item on the ground there. It sure looks like it, but apparently it is not. By that oil slick. So, anyways, let's move on. Take the stairway down here. Grab this treasure. Ether. Okay, it's kind of lame, but hey, whatever. I'll take it. All right. That was a quick bow. I like those. I like the quick ones. And let's head down here for the second chest, which is a black megaphone. Obviously a weapon for Ketchi, who I never use because I think he's garbage. I'm a hater. I'm a totally hater on that character. That sounds like it's not that much fun. Death blow. Do it. Woo. You can keep your Rama and Titan and whatever else. I like Chokamog. I really like that summon. I don't know. It's quick, right? And sometimes casts stop. So, I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, Gramps got something to say. As you can say, this cave leads to the back of Cosmo Canyon. It was unfortunate that the G were larger than us. If they attacked, I missed what he said there. Let's move on. Okay. Oh, so he says if they attacked through here, we wouldn't have stood a chance? I don't really understand that statement. Maybe he meant to say if they had made it through here, we wouldn't have stood a chance. That makes more sense to me. So I literally just did all of this storyline stuff a day or two ago. So obviously I know what happens. I'm not going to spoil it right now. You're just gonna have to watch. But it just knowing what I know, it feels like that dialogue, you know, should have been written a little bit differently. I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding quite right. Here, if you go through I think the far left and far right cave, it just makes a loop. Dead sentence. Okay. Go ahead, waste your time, see if I care, buddy. I don't care. I don't give a rip. Man, Cloud's a beast. Compared to these other two, ugh, he's just disgusting. He's doing like double the damage. It's good stuff. Alright, Let's head through these other. I think the 3 caves actually in the middle are the ones that you'll want to pass through. These things are actually pretty dangerous, these stinger enemies. So if you've got some way to like stop them or yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe a status effect on them would work really good, but Sting Bomb absolutely destroys, if you noticed. I don't know if that's like a percentage-based attack, so like, you know, I don't know if it does like 90% of your health or something like that. I have no idea, but it hits really freaking hard. Okay, let's get all healed up. Ugh. Another battle. Hopefully I wipe them all out here. There we go. Just use the finishing touch here. Put the finishing touches on. Actually, of the 2 level 3 limit breaks, I like Meteor Rain more. You know, finishing touch, yeah, is cool and everything, but on certain enemies, so certain enemies are like immune to the like the blown away effect, I guess, or like the instant death. I guess I don't know what it's actually really considered, but anyway, certain enemies are immune to that, and so it'll actually only hit once. So in those cases, Meteor Rain is actually better. But alright, what do we get there? An X potion? Yeah, again, pretty lame. Dangerously lame. Get one shot, you turd. Alright, let's keep moving. We gotta keep on keeping on. Don't think I want to go through here. Maybe that's a dead end. That sure looked like a dead end. Okay. So there you have it. The far left, far right, and the very center seem to be dead ends. And if you notice there, the webs are actually, I guess, a warning that you're going to be fighting one of these guys. And apparently I thought that this was a good time to use Rama. So, okay. Summon that old guy. It was okay damage, I don't know. Let's see how much Diamond Dust does here. I know the first few times I ever played the game, I barely ever used summons. I don't really know why. Maybe because of the animations or something. I'm not really sure. But I usually stuck to physical attacks, and then, you know, when I would need to, then I would just heal. Limit break. Break all of the limits. Break all of them. Alright, let's keep going. Ugh, looks like we've got another one of those enemies coming up here in a bit. And then here, I went too far. There's a kind of a hidden way here to the right. So there you have it. It's actually kind of nice. I forgot how nice having the, you know, if you press select, you can see there's the little pointer over Cloud's head. And then, you know, when I'm passing through some of the areas where you can't really see all that well, then you don't necessarily lose them. You kind of can figure out where I was running at, so kind of nice. But anyways, all right. So what do I use there? Pulse of Life. Love that limit break. Ugh, it's so good. Full heal and full mana. It's so good. It's like way too good. Like legitimately too good. That limit break is. It is. It's too good. So we're abusing the crap out of it. Soon enough, you know, we'll be able to get Great Gospel too, which again is the combination of Eris's, both of Eris's level 3 limits. So it's the full heal, you know, full HP, full mana, as well as a few turns of complete invulnerability. So pretty awesome stuff. Fairy Ring. I think that prevents Berserk Fury and Sadness? Or am I thinking of something else? I might be thinking of something else. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Alright. That was quick. This is a dead end. Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, so one more stinger. So what does that make? Three of these guys total, or was it 4? I missed it. Wasn't really paying attention. So like maybe using sleep. I don't know if it's invulnerable to sleep or not, but if I was to sleep it and then just cast spells on it, that would be one way to probably kill this thing without taking those sting bombs. Because yeah, look at that. That does not feel good. That's bad stuff. Hopefully, if I was smart, I saved Red's limit break because we've got a boss coming up. I'm not sure if I actually did that or not, but we will find out. To the left here is the little passageway that leads to the treasure chest. Alright. Bust out Chokamog here. Hit him with the death blow. Boom! Do it. Boom. Oh. Took out almost everything. Almost. There we go. Alright, what do we have here? Turbo Ether. All that work for a Turbo Ether? Really? Come on. Come on, man. Give me a break, man. This warrior went through the cave all alone, fighting attackers one after another. Grandpa, that warrior? Ho, ho, ho. We're almost there. Yeah, actually, we are there, dude. We're there. Alright. What is this? Well, it looks like a creepy freaking face on the wall. Ah! That is disturbing. Alright, so here we are. This is obviously a boss. What is this guy? Gi Nanataku? Something like that? Takeover. I don't know what takeover does, but it sounds frightening. Alright, so we're going to bust out Lunatic High. Love that ability. I love Haste. Haste is so good in this game. It's freaking awesome in basically every Final Fantasy, so this 7 is not an exception to the rule, so steal. So this boss is actually kind of interesting. I think if you use like HP restoration type skills like Cure 2 if you've got it, it will actually take damage. As well as Holy. I don't know if we've got anything that's actually technically a Holy ability right now. I could be wrong. I'm trying to think of what ones are actually Holy. I think there's a summon much later on in the game that is technically a Holy. Yeah, that's really the only thing I can think of right now. I don't know if you can like do the cheesy Phoenix down on this guy or not. But that might. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. apparently you can use Phoenix Downs on him, but I guess sometimes they miss. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever actually tried it. I'm betting though a Phoenix Down would probably do a buttload of damage to this guy, so it might be worth trying out. Anyway, wow, this was like a summon, almost like a summon video. That's pretty much all I did here. To be honest, what I should have done was at least have one of the enemy skill materials equipped here, so I could do like beta and stuff. I like beta because the cast time is really fast, and it's a very, very powerful ability, obviously. Still, eventually it will kind of lose its usefulness, but for the time being, it's still, I would say, extremely good. Yeah, this totally turned into a summon fest. Keep thinking about Final Fantasy X Shiva and how badass she is in that game. Oh my god, so good. I feel like they did like gradually just back, and you know, maybe that's an obvious thing, but there's a huge exception. Final Fantasy XIII's Shiva is atrocious. I absolutely hate it. So I was going to say that they just kept getting better and better, but that is not true, in my opinion. 13's is horrible. But still a great game. I love Final Fantasy 13, so I would definitely not let the fact that Shiva is not cool in that one, you know, deter me from playing again. All right, anyways, we had to do a little healing, I guess. Apparently, I was getting a little low. Eris limit break. Break all the limits. Do it. Do it. Oh, all right. Got him down. Good deal. Chokamog leveled up. All right. And a Wiser Staff. I don't remember if that was very good or not. Anyway. Cloud, thank you. We survived because of you. I want to show you something right over here. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's grab this materia, though. And did he just pass directly through Cloud? You are freaky, man. All right, so here's the gravity materia. Here's another one of the materials that I actually don't really like that much now. That's not to say that it's never good, or, you know, there's never times where it's useful. It's just for now, I don't like it. I just don't get a whole lot of use out of it. I mentioned actually, what was it, when we were talking about laser and how laser reduces enemies' health by half. Gravity materia works sort of the same way. I think, you know, Demai 1, 2, and 3, they reduce enemy HP by percentages. So, again, in certain cases, I feel like it's worthwhile, but it's pretty what's a good word? Pretty situational. Yeah, that sounds good. Specifically, I would say if you're trying to use the morph command on enemies, then it's, you know, pretty useful. But other than that, I really don't like it that much. So, anyways. So we're finally at the back of the cave, and here we've found the warrior who fought up against the Gi. He kept them from taking even a step into Cosmo Canyon. So this guy was apparently a total freaking badass. But he was never able to return to town. Oh, sad. Look, Nanaki, look at your father, at the warrior, Seto, who also, by the way, has a freaking badass name. So jealous. I'm just a regular Mike. Alright, so it looks like he's... What's he got sticking out of him there? Those lances? Maybe some spears? That's Seto. Seto continued to fight the G tribe here to protect the canyon, even after the G's poisonous arrows turned him to stone. And after they all ran away, he continued to protect us, and he protects us even now. Whoa. Thought that he was a coward and ran, but he alone risked his life to protect Cosmo Canyon, and that is Seto. Did Mother know? Oh, she knew. The two of them made me promise to keep this cave shut. They asked me to seal it myself and not tell a soul. They said that we should forget about this cave. I don't know why they would ever do that. I'll be friggin' honest. That makes no sense. But, I guess if they were worried about getting attacked through the cave again, that would make sense, but the fact that Seto was actually a hero and for whatever reason his son thought that he was a coward the entire time, that doesn't seem to make sense. But anyways, alright. Cloud says they're trying to save the planet, and honestly, I don't think it can be done. Even if they stop every reactor on the planet, even if they stop Sephiroth, perish. Well, geez, that's a friggin' downer. This year it'll be 130. Jeez, dude. Alright. You must go with them for my sake. Okay, so apparently Bugan, I'm just gonna call him Grandpa. I can't say that name. It's so horrible. Anyways, so he's saying there, even if we were to stop all the reactors on the planet and Sephiroth, we still wouldn't be able to save the planet. But he says, but don't give up hope. We still have to try. By the way, hopefully, or maybe there is another way. And surely there has to be another way, because otherwise that would be a huge freaking downer. By the way, there's nothing you can do. It's too late. Alright, so what is this? Tears from the statue? Why are you crying? It's probably tears of joy because his son turned out to be such a freaking badass too. I mean, with a limit break called Lunatic High, I mean, dude's gotta be awesome, right? Alright, anyways. My impression is that you can never return to the Cave of the G, so, you know, hopefully you grabbed everything out of here. Little disclaimer there at the end, being that we've already done it all. It's just the way it goes. Came in handy at times. So I guess the party here thinks that Red's going to stay, but he doesn't. So don't worry about that. He will be rejoining us. He was obviously missing from the roster there for a second, but he will be rejoining us immediately. So don't worry. Do not fret. Alright, so that's it. That is Cosmo Canyon. Wow, apparently the guard here at the gate just left too. He's like, F you guys, I'm out. I'm taking a break. And, alright, so Red joins us as we're trying to leave here. Please look after Nanaki. I'm glad I didn't call him that at the beginning of the game. I considered changing his name to that, but I like Red better. It's easier, it's faster. Alright. Come back whenever you need my knowledge. We will, my friend. We will. So at this point, if you drove it too far, the buggy will be repaired, and so you will be able to continue on. What am I doing here? What am I doing? What's going on? Probably thinking about robbing Red of his armor or something like that. Oh, okay. Oh? Alright, guess we're gonna equip that. Excuse me. All right. All right, let's get Tifa back in here. I had actually considered using Red at the beginning of the game and keeping him in my party, but for whatever reason, I got to a certain point and I was like, you know what? I am ripping the game up. I absolutely do not need Red's Lunatic High limit break, because that was the whole reason. I was like, you know, it's a really good limit break. You know, maybe we'll go about that, but it just, again, especially because I out-leveled the game so much early on, it just didn't feel like there was much point. So I was like, we'll just stick with Tifa. All right, so I'm gonna save my game, and I'm gonna actually cut the commentary here. Yeah, it's been a long video so far. So, as always, I hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.